It's like going back in time, full of a strong sense of unreality. At this time, Charlie grabbed Nanako's slender and white jade hands, and a trace of spiritual energy entered to help her guide the absorption of the rejuvenating pills. Nanako thought that the feeling of turning back in time was extremely magical, but she did not expect that half of the effects of rejuvenation pill had not been exerted. With the help of Charlie, she felt that every cell in her body seemed to be nourished by the medicinal effect. She could feel that her body level had reached the peak level in the past and continued to improve and increase. A few minutes later, she opened her eyes, ignoring the sweat on her face, looked at Charlie in amazement, and blurted out, "Master, what exactly is this magic medicine? How can it be so powerful?" Charlie smiled slightly and said, "This medicine is called rejuvenating pill." Nanako suddenly remembered something, and said, I know. Master Wade. Aoshui's strength suddenly improved before the quarterfinals. It should be because of this kind of rejuvenation pills? Charlie nodded. Yes, it is indeed the effect of rejuvenation pill. Nanako asked again. Because of this, Master didn't want me to have a head-on contest with Aoshui in the future, so you won't let me continue to participate in international competitions, right? Charlie said frankly, yes, you were indeed out of this consideration. Nanako bit her lower lip lightly, and after hesitating for a while, she asked tentatively, is Master Wade asking this because he likes Aoshui? Charlie shook his head. I am more like a brother to my sister Aoshui. I don't want you two to meet on the field. It's more because we represent different countries. I didn't want to influence it because of her. To the national honor of Chinese athletes, so I hope you could not continue to participate in international competitions. Nanako suddenly realized that she stood up suddenly, bowed to Charlie 90 degrees, and said seriously, Master, please rest assured, from now on, Nanako will concentrate on studying martial arts and will never participate in any form of martial arts game. After saying this, she came back to her senses, looked at her legs, and said with excitement, I have never thought before, it feels so good to stand up by myself. Charlie nodded and smiled. Don't you want to take a stroll in the snow? Let's go now. Yeah. Nanako nodded excitedly, walked around the tea table, took Charlie's hand, and said excitedly, Let's go, Master. Nanako, who had just improved her strength, couldn't see the look of any martial arts master at this time. At this moment, she is just a simple and happy little girl, holding the hand of her beloved man, running towards her favorite snowy night. Nanako loves snow, especially at night. In the quiet snow, you can enjoy the snow and the beauty of the night without being disturbed by others. This is her girlish heart and her girlish feelings. In the courtyard at this time, a thick layer of snow has fallen. The trace of Charlie's killing of Tenglin Ninja had been completely gone. The thick snow, they stepped on it and made a creaking sound, which made people feel as if they were far away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Nanako held Charlie's hand tightly without letting go, pulling him to walk in the snow, and then raising his hand high, and then holding his hand in a beautiful circle. The exquisite skirt of the kimono, as she dexterously turns in the white snow, also sets off the extraordinary posture of Nanako, making her posture a little more enchanting in grace. She turned around in the snow a few times, and stopped when facing Charlie. She observed at Charlie with her pair of shiny and pure eyes, and said sincerely with a bit of infatuation, Master, I have waited for this snow for several days. The weather forecast said that this snow was only a few days ago. After the meeting, I was sitting in a wheelchair, parked in the yard, looking up at the sky, waiting for the snow, while thinking of you. But that day, I didn't wait for the snow, let alone hope to wait for you. Speaking of this, a layer of water mist suddenly appeared in her eyes, and she said with a bit of choking in her tenderness, but I really didn't expect that today. The heavy snow that I have been looking forward to for a long time will be the same as mine, Master. The long-awaited, you are here together with the snow. At this moment, it is really the happiest, most satisfying and perfect moment in my life, so perfect that I can't believe it, so perfect as true as false, as dreamlike as fantasy.